Hey, Adam.
Hi.
Hi. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the work that you've been doing in store, and especially around live streaming?
Yeah, so one of the things I think is really important if you're going to be integrating AR and AI solutions is to really kind of have them seamless from a consumer engagement perspective. And what we're seeing is the need to seamlessly connect AR experiences, AI experiences, live stream or video calling, and e-com. And so an example that I can show you, which can be easily deployed from a brand's website or brand.com page, would be an integration of an AR live stream show where a brand ambassador for the brand or an influencer can host a live show on their brand page, which integrates virtual try-on and augmented reality. There's usually a button that's hovering on the upper left-hand corner of the screen, and then that allows the user who's watching that show to try on the products in real time, just as the influencer is doing it. The great thing with this as well is that it can then leverage into other technologies like doing a one-on-one video consultation with a beauty advisor. So in the video example that you're going to be seeing, it basically starts off in this, AR live stream for web environment. And then you'll see that the beauty lover is basically really interested in the product and then really wants to then engage one-on-one with the brand's beauty advisor to get their own personalized recommendation and consultation. So again, what we saw there is what at Perfect Corp we're calling Engagement 360, which is the integration of different mediums of technology. And this direct engagement through live interactive shows hosted on the brand's website, really helps to create a more personalized experience for users, whether it's one-to-many, via the live stream, or one-on-one via a virtual beauty advisor experience.
Adam, have you been seeing any examples when it comes to QR code in the store and how shoppers are interacting with it?
Yeah, you might see a lot happening as well is, before, like I said, we were heavily using kiosks in the store, but I think everybody's going to be walking around with their mobile devices, which they've been doing already anyway. So the idea of using a QR code at the point of purchase or on the product, or built into a display also opens up the entire world because, again, they could be using that QR code and then virtually trying on their phone or talking to a beauty advisor on their phone. So I think that those technologies, which aren't new, are going to really just see, like a heyday. Now the stores are reopening, and people might not want to interact with, kiosks in store.
Maybe you can just kind of take a moment and look at some of the context around some of the biggest challenges you're hearing from the partners that you're working with.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, COVID has, definitely changed the world of beauty. But even before the pandemic, there was an increase in online shopping. And the pandemic really helped to accelerate that trend. So as far as challenges, one of the biggest challenges that people are saying is that they have now a demand for innovative digital solutions and a need to quickly shift to a direct-to-consumer strategy. And that's a direct-to-consumer strategy that can replicate in-person shopping experiences, and maybe even, make it better than it was in person, which VTO, virtual try-on, and using artificial intelligence and augmented reality sometimes could be even better than, what you could have typically done prior to these technologies being out, because it's one, letting you, try unlimited amounts of inventory from a sampling perspective. It's getting rid of the hygiene issues that you might have seen from a tester. So even before COVID, there was issues with testers, but this obviously gets rid of those concerns. It gets rid of time consuming issues. So if you think about this, you could try on 30 shades of lipstick in 30 seconds. Think about an in-store experience where how would you try on multiple colors? You probably weren't going to remove the product off your face and put it back on. And if you were swatching, that also brings up a lot of, mess issues, besides the time consuming one. The other thing that I'm also seeing in regards to challenges is this need for personalization. So again, this is something that was on everybody's, agenda prior to COVID, but even more now, it's how do you use the technologies to get that much more personalized recommendations and personalized, solutions in the marketplace.
Awesome. That's amazing context. Maybe you can just talk about some of the ways your platform kind of like addresses some of these challenges in a digital context.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing I'd want to say is, the use of augmented reality and artificial intelligence isn't just something that's out there for a novelty. It really is solving both a consumer pain point as well as a brand and retailer pain point. And it is helping to move the needle forward. So what we've seen from the use of virtual try-on technology is some of our beauty brand partners, and we have over 320 global brands that we work with, have seen higher conversion rates with the use of virtual try-on, up to 2.5 times higher conversion rates. They've seen the integration of these technologies allowing people to have a longer dwell time or more time on site, so they're engaging more with the brand in these online environments. We've seen a 300% boost in digital engagement. And that actually came from a stat from Meredith Media. They integrated these technologies into an ad unit, and they saw that there was a higher engagement when there was the use of beauty technology involved than when there wasn't. And obviously everything has to do with increasing sales and add to cart. And we've seen, double-digit increases to add to cart and increases in sales. So it really helps to enrich the consumer experience, and it really does help to give those personalized, moments that a consumer wants. So from a virtual try-on perspective, UCAM's makeup, has created a simplified, fun, and sticky experience for people to discover and experiment with, whether it's in the retail environment, online, or in store. It's really true to life. So I think that is super important in creating high touch experience. If it was just there for a novelty and it wasn't really providing the accuracy that's going to allow for a more confident purchase decision, these technologies wouldn't suffice. And really right now, the technology is allowing it just not for color cosmetics, but it really works for any, of the beauty categories out there, whether it's skincare or hair.